Welcome to Pets in Paradise TV. Here's what's coming up in the next half hour. We're going to see how technology is affecting the cat world and learn about one of the pitfalls from too much feline screen time. We'll check out the lifestyle of a really big kitty, and you'll see firsthand that pet photography is a lot more work than you'd imagine. It's all just ahead on Pets in Paradise TV. Over the years, cats have been entertaining us through YouTube videos. But now it's time for us to create some electronic entertainment for them. Ever since touchscreen tablets became a common household item, the invention of cat video games, or cat apps, are turning cats into feline nerds. The games all have a common theme. It could be mice or fish or some other character that appears on the screen. Every time the cat taps on its prey, they earn their way to goals or work their way through various levels of difficulty. And as they do, the speed increases, more characters appear, and it becomes more difficult, just like playing a real video game. From mice to butterflies to fish, there's no shortage of characters in these games. But the themes are all the same: seek out and kill. A cat's drive to hunt is embedded in their DNA, and with this technology, they don't even have to step outside to get their fix. It plays on their prey drive, and it's a game the entire family can enjoy. As for the cats, it seems that all ages enjoy the game, from little kittens to adults. One cat app developer designed a game that tricks your cat into painting a kitty cat original paw painting. You can actually print it, frame it, and proudly put it on display, keeping your dog guessing who is really your favorite pet. A cat's claw is not hard enough to cut glass. However, they have been known to scratch the glass protector and leather cases, but don't worry, there is a solution.
So one thing people worry about with this game is getting the screen scratched, and it's a valid concern. Now, declawing has been the most common automatic response to scratching anything, but really it's an antiquated, horrible procedure, and there is a perfectly good option that we can show you here at the foundation. In fact, we're going to do it with Jordan here. They're called soft paws. Okay, so here's how you put them on. It's fairly simple. First thing we do is we clip the cat's nails. Quick clip, and then these are applied with a little bit of glue. Open it a little bit, put a tiny little bit of glue in there, and then we just put it on there. Those will last for up to 6 weeks. And at that point, your furniture, your legs, your kids, your iPad, whatever, has now a little rubber bumper. Much better alternative to declawing. None of the side effects that we see with declawing. Declawed cats bite, they have arthritis, they can't defend themselves in the real world. There's just a host of problems. These come off in 6 weeks, back to being a normal cat.
It's about finding a balance between allowing a cat to preserve its natural strengths and abilities while also thriving in a home and being part of the family. Do small dogs really live longer than big dogs? Yes, as heartbreaking as it can be, the larger the dog, the shorter the lifespan. Scientists believe it has something to do with certain growth hormones. Big dogs grow quickly because of the hormone, but continue to age quickly throughout their life, resulting in a shorter lifespan. And it's not only dogs. Large domestic cats don't live as long either. And today on It's All About the Breed, we'll find out about one of the largest breeds of domestic cats, the Main Coon. The largest domestic cat and one of the oldest natural breeds. Story has it that when Marie Antoinette, the Queen of France, tried to escape France and come to America, she took along with her 6 of her favorite Turkish Angora cats. She didn't make it to the U.S., we all know what happened, but her cats did. They landed in Maine where they were bred with other short-haired breeds and developed what we now know as the Main Coon. There's also a myth that the modern Maine Coon was descended from ancestors of feral domestic cats and raccoons. That story probably came about because the Maine Coon does look somewhat like a raccoon, but mating the two is genetically impossible. Of all the stories about how the Maine Coon came about, the most likely is that they were descendants of long-haired cats brought from overseas, possibly by Captain Charles Coon, and were mated with local domestic short-haired cats. The breed was quite popular in the 1800s, but began declining in the early 20th century with the rise in popularity among other breeds, notably the Persian. The breed was hardly seen for decades, and by the 1950s was thought to be almost extinct. To help the breed, a Maine Coon Club was formed and revitalized the popularity of the breed. It wasn't until the 1970s, though, that the breed was formally recognized. The Maine Coon has a gentle disposition, but is most notable for its size. That's why they're called the gentle giant. Males weigh from 13 to 18 pounds, females 8 to 12. They have a solid and muscular body and broad chest. Most cat breeds develop their full shape and size by 1 year, but the Maine Coon isn't fully developed until they are 3 to 5 years old. The biggest domestic cat ever recorded was a Maine Coon that was certified by the Guinness Book. Stewie measured 48.5 inches long from the tip of his nose to the tip of his tail. Their coats can be either medium or long-haired and are soft and silky, and some have a lion-like mane around their neck. Their undercoat isn't very heavy, which makes grooming them much easier than other long-haired breeds. They have heavily furred tails that they can wrap around themselves for warmth. Their toes are also heavily tufted. It gives them the ability to walk on top of snow despite their size. They come in chocolate, lavender, Siamese pointed patterns, and brown tabby. They sometimes have eyes of 2 different colors. Maine Coons are gifted with above-average intelligence. They're loyal, easy to train, and good around other cats, dogs, and children. They are very vocal and are known for howling and other loud vocalizations. Because of their size, they require higher protein and nutrients in their diet, but they are not tolerant to grain-based foods and can develop allergies from eating out of plastic bowls. As for health issues, Maine Coons are prone to heart disease and spinal muscular atrophy, a genetic disease which causes spinal nerve problems. Maine Coons can also suffer from hip dysplasia, which is more often seen in dogs. Their lifespan is approximately 12.5 years. And now you know all about the gentle giant, the Maine Coon cat. If you want a Maine Coon cat, the average price is $1,000. Seems expensive, right? But do you know what the most expensive cat breed is? The cost of a Maine Coon pales in comparison to the cost of a Persian, which can run you as much as $6,000. Some hybrid cats, like the Bengal, can fetch as much as $25,000. Now back to more Pets in Paradise TV. Lights, camera, action. Pet photographer Lonnie Sanders is preparing for her next photo shoot.
So I'm getting ready for my next shoot. It's a calendar shoot with a little dog named Angelo. I just got off the phone with his parents, Mark and Pablo, and we're about to transform the living room into a studio, and I think they're getting ready right now.
What is that? That's just for you. Angelo came into our lives about 8 years ago. He was actually one of the last dogs left because he was black. It's a thing that people discriminate, I guess, against black dogs.
Angelo is a Chiweenie, a cross between a Chihuahua and a Dachshund, or wiener dogs as some folks know them.
This is like a prep school.
Kind of, yeah.
I understand Angelo has a few health issues and his time could be limited, so we really want to make the most of this shoot.
Angelo's owners wanted to really make this photo shoot special. They went all the way to LA to get him the finest doggy couture.
We went to Beverly Hills, West Hollywood, where we're spending money on our child. And at the end of the day, it's what makes him happy. And that's all that matters. Is he's happy, he's enjoying life, he's loving life, and living life. And this is our way of doing it. We just got back from the trip.
Look at him.
I can tell that they're just like this with Angelo.
Because he's such a special dog, he can range from either like a certain clothes, he can go from like a size small to a size large.
It depends on the time of the month. It depends if he's bloated or not. I mean, if he eats too much, drinks too much water.
They're really concerned about what Angelo looks like. They really want him to put his best paw forward, show his natural good looks, and I'm hoping to capture that today.
Oh, that is yours.
This is Angelo.
It says Angelo on top. Look, baby.
He's like their human baby.
We looked into trying to harvest his sperm and whatnot, but I don't, I guess because of how old he is, they don't really know, I guess, if the sperm is gonna be viable.
So why not just let him breed?
Breed.
I mean,
Because I'm a protective father. I don't know. I guess it's like you're like the parent that you don't want your kids to have sex or something like that. It's a strange feel. I don't know. It's really strange. And you know, I mean, like, I hate to say it, but I don't know how clean other people's
dogs are.
And he's not just, and you know, he's not just a dog. He's not a regular dog.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why we decided to do the photo shoot because he's always kind of been a ham. Angelo, don't mess up your clothes. In a sense, always, he loved to wear clothes and like to be in front of the camera all the time. He likes to be told he's good looking, he's handsome. We just thought that would be a fun way, and not only that, to really capture, I guess, and make memories. All right, ready? Hi, how are you?
Angelo is a brown Chiweenie.
Ready for your photo shoot?
So I have to keep in mind his small stature. So we're gonna have props that fit into that. It's much different than shooting a larger dog. We want to start with Paris. We want to keep our lights low to the ground. We're just eye level with him.
So we just got here and Lonnie is talking to us about backdrops, props. Just let her know.
Oh, that's beautiful.
When we first walked into the studio,
I'm gonna be back there.
we were surprised at how small
Sorry, I'm just gonna
the
move
place was,
this
but it
around.
worked.
A lot of people are surprised when they walk in my small space.
It was like Disneyland because the magic happened in there.
The thing is, I win them over with the images. When they walk away, they're happy.
You've never been nude on camera, yeah? You're so handsome.
Again, this photo shoot is for a calendar. 12 different looks are needed to cover the 12 months of the year.
Okay, let's do one more and then we're gonna do a change.
Lonnie's a pro. She does whatever it takes to get Angelo's attention and get the perfect shot.
Lonnie is making a whole bunch of noise. She's throwing spoons, and Pablo is in the background. He's jumping up and down behind her.
I really have to figure out what's gonna get the dog's attention and to look towards me.
There we go.
We sort of did all our squeaky toys and all of that, but when I took out spoons, and I don't know how I came up with that, but I started sliding spoons across the floor and I put them in my toes, and that made him look at the camera. For some reason that worked. I've never done it before, but you know, I might have to pull it out of my arsenal again. I'm gonna start carrying spoons.
I mean, when she does that, she makes Picassos. Seriously, that's what she does.
I had spoons in my toes.
So he's like a cowboy leprechaun.
Capturing beauty on camera does have its challenges.
That's a very sexy pose, Angelo.
There's just one more month left to cover, June. And as fun as this photo shoot has been for Angelo and his pet parents, Mark and Pablo, there's a serious message behind it and a lesson for all pet owners to learn. It's all about Angelo today as the Chiweenie becomes a calendar model for pet photographer Lonnie Sanders. Angelo definitely lives the high life, spoiled by his pet parents Mark and Pablo, but the smiles on their faces mask a difficult truth they're dealing with.
Another reason why we're doing the photo shoot is because Angelo was recently diagnosed with a heart disease.
Mark and Pablo brought Angelo in for his annual physical exam. Unfortunately, at that time, we found that Angelo has a heart murmur. So heart murmur is basically an abnormal heart sound. By doing an echocardiogram, which is an ultrasound of the heart, we were able to diagnose him with mitral valve disease.
I think there's a lot of fear whenever someone you love has health problems. It's because it's difficult to quantify, you don't know a lot of things, and no one can really tell you how long you have.
Mitral valve disease is the most common type of heart disease in dogs. It affects about 75% of dogs.
It is progressive, so as with humans, it does worsen over time, and we often monitor by doing echocardiograms or thoracic or chest x-rays.
Angelo is actually one of the lucky ones when it comes to dogs with this disease. Mark and Pablo always bring him in for an annual checkup. The disease was spotted early, giving doctors an advantage in treatment to prolong his life.
To us, we're a family. We might not be, I guess, the traditional family, but we're a family. And this is our son, and he means the world to us. And I'm gonna cry. Okay. I think that sometimes some people may laugh and think it's funny that he dresses up in clothes and he might not touch the ground and he has such a spoiled life. But to us, he deserves every bit. And, you know, especially for what he's going through, I think he deserves it even more. And I just want to say about us, we're not just, we're like, what are we? The three musketeers. Yeah. We're the three musketeers. That's what we are. We're together till the end. So that's how we look at ourselves.
Now is the time for the Three Musketeers to finish with Adventure with Lonnie. Time to wrap up their calendar with shots for the month of June.
Okay, we're good, and we'll do the beach. So I'm gonna take 5, then I'm gonna grab some stuff in the back to put on the boat. Like, I found this little boat, and I was so excited, and I wanted to use it for the shoot, and it's adorable. And I sent a picture of it to Mark and Pablo, and they're really excited, and so am I. Kind of a shipwreck theme.
The boat was actually a really great idea. We also wanted to do something that was themed. At the same time, him not having to touch the ground, you know, she took that into consideration. And so the boat was a great way to combine the theme and meet our needs. And it really came out well because it was like a Gilligan's Island or something like that.
Angelo!
Son! No! Son!
Mark is
Oh, watch out!
very particular about where Angelo steps foot.
Angelo can be a little rascal.
Angelo actually jumped out of the boat during the shoot, and he kind of freaked out.
Mark was so upset when Angelo jumped out from the boat because he, of course, is a very germophobic.
He's like, oh no, his paws are gonna get dirty. So he ran into the shot and put him back in the boat.
It kind of upset me a lot. I was really mad. I kind of wanted to just call it a day and just go home and give him a bath. That's how crazy I was, but keep on going because we were almost done.
But it worked out, it's all good. You know, that's what I want him to do anyway. They have to put him back in the scene on his mark. So it was great that he kept putting back in his mark.
Look at you.
That was it.
He was claiming like this is my land.
Like Christopher Columbus.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
welcome.
That's so fun.
No, it was very fun.
Thank you.
Well,
Say thank you, Lonnie. Say thank you.
Pets are not self-conscious. They're just themselves. And it's real easy for me to see their beauty. They're not gonna worry about if they're looking too fat or too old or there's a wrinkle over here. You know, it's real easy to capture their spirit. When they're happy and they show it. When they're sad, they show it, and they express their emotions without any insecurity. And I love that. I think I fall in love with every single one of my shoots.
It's a love that Lonnie shares with all pet owners who now get to delight in a forever memory of their furry loved one.